What's going on, guys? Crank here, Crank's Fab Shop. Today, we're doing an exhaust for Herbert. Oh, I may have already started. Ha! Welcome to Crank's Fab Shop, and today, we're doing some exhaust for Herbert back here. This is going to be the first set of exhaust that we do. I'll go into that more later on in the video of sort of what my plan is, the ideas that I have in my head. But anyway, on this one, we're going to do just a simple X-pipe exhaust. I don't have a muffler or any mufflers for Herbert yet. Still trying to figure out exactly what I want to run. But, you know, we're just going to do a straight pipe. Make an X-pipe, 45 it out to the side of the van in front of the rear tire. Sort of my idea for now, but like I said, I've got some other ideas I'll let you know later in the video. So let's get to it. All right, so I just bought a cheaper exhaust kit, or stainless pipe kit on Amazon just to hurry up and get it here. And I am currently looking for some different exhaust parts that I want to do. This isn't going to be the final exhaust on the van. This is just sort of the first version. This is V1 Herbert exhaust. I've got some 90s here, and I've already started to cut these for an X-pipe. Basically, I'm going to come out of the collectors, go straight back into an X-pipe, 45 that into an X-pipe, and then just have, the X-pipe sort of around that area, and then just shoot the exhaust out the side, do a slash cut there in front of the rear tires somewhere. So that's my idea for, like I said, version 1 of the exhaust for Herbert. What I want to eventually do is I'm going to make a few different exhausts for Herbert and get them all ready, and then go to the dyno, put all of them on, and see what works better. And then I got a couple of ideas. I don't know if they're going to work, but I'm not going to mention that now. You'll have to click on that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. That way when we do the video for the exhaust comparison on Herbert, you're going to get notified to see that. Like I said, I got some ideas in my head. I don't know if they'll be better, worse, whatever, but that's why we're going to throw it on the dyno to see. But anyway, I'm going to start cleaning up these X-pipes, or these 90s, so we can weld us an X-pipe. All right, so we've got our X-pipe tacked up. I'm only going to tack it for now. That way, I don't want to weld everything to find out later that it doesn't work. So now I'm going to get up underneath of Herbert and start working our way back to the X-pipe and then out the side. So here we go. So I started to crawl up underneath of Herbert with some exhaust pipe in hand. And I was laying underneath there and I thought, I've got a 4-post lift. Why am I laying on the floor? Well, probably because Herbert really doesn't run very well right now. But we're going to see if he runs well enough for me to put it on the lift. So this could get interesting. My brakes are not very good. So as I was backing up, I realized I don't have power brakes, and that was because I've never really did anything with my brake booster. So, that makes sense. So I just sort of grabbed something here to see if this will get me any type of brakes at all, any type of power brakes. So we'll see. Yeah, brakes are working now. Woo. Wait a second.
It ain't got no gas in it.
All right, so as you can see, we've got Herbert on the lift. And as you saw it was a little interesting. I don't know if you saw me, we got pretty close to running off the side of the lift. If you didn't see that, I'll put in a picture here so you can see, because, well, let's just put it this way. I still don't have any seats in Herbert, and I was sitting pretty low. So whenever I was driving in, it looked good to me. I got out and sort of, tried to eyeball it a little bit. Apparently my micrometers might be due for calibration, because we got close. We got real close. But anyway, here we are. We're up. We've got it all centered now, and we are working on exhaust version 1. Mentioned something about that earlier in the video, I think. As you can see, it's been a few days. Haircut, look a little different. And that's because I started this video before I pulled out the fuel rail. You might have saw that video. If you haven't, go back and check that out. Fixed the leaky fuel rail. Also, I started this before I pulled some engine mounts to do the notch, which I've also made a video on. Go watch that if you haven't. Anyway, here we are. I've started to do a little tacking, and I'm going to do a little more tacking. Doing something pretty simple. We're just coming back, X-pipe, and then we're going to just sort of go out in front of the rear wheels somewhere at an angle. This is going to be straight pipe for now. X-pipe, no muffler. I'm still looking for a muffler that I like the sound of. If y'all have any suggestions, drop a comment below. Let me know what exhaust you think would sound good on old Herbert here. But anyway, that's what we're doing for now. We're just going to straight pipe it. Why not? Why not? If you've made it this far in the video, be sure to hit that like button. If you like it, of course. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It'd really help the channel out. Trying to grow. So I know I mentioned it earlier, I believe. Possibly. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe not. If I didn't, like I just said, version 1. What I want to do is I want to build a couple different versions of exhaust on old Herbert here. I'm going to do an X pipe. I'm going to do a Y pipe. And then I've got some ideas that I want to do with some oval pipe. Or tubing, exhaust tubing. So if you want to see that, hit that bell. Get them notifications for Crank's Fab Shop. Come on. Anyway, I'm going to do a little welding. Whenever I go to fully weld, I will be wearing all my PPE. But for now, I'm just tacking, so it'll be all right. Wanted to leave enough clearance here for my drive shaft because, we don't want to be touching that. Now I'm just going to sort of right out the side maybe. Give her a little slash cut. Maybe a little pie cut turn down. I don't know. Gosh, dang it, James. Should have wore that PPE, right? Yep, should have put on that PPE. I can definitely tell this is cheaper stainless. It's pretty thin. It's very thin. And I just burnt the out of myself. with my rod, my hot rod. Woo! Woo! Honey hush.
Ow!
Alright, so we're sort of in a mad dash to get this exhaust complete because I said it in the last video, which I just finished earlier. I have Warlock dyno and tuning coming today at 1. It's now like probably 3 or 4 in the morning. So we're trying to get this knocked out. I still have to put the fuel injectors back in, the fuel rail, and do a few small things. But, you know, we'll get it. Maybe. Probably. Hopefully. So this exhaust tubing that I'm using is just a cheap exhaust tubing on Amazon. I mean, look here, you can see. I don't know if you can see that. That was just from putting a clamp on it.
China. You know, China.
I mean, this stuff, I would not recommend it. But I'm going to try a few different, a few different setups, like I was saying. Try a few different things. See what I like the best. And then, and only then...
And only then do
Whoa, no. That's when I'll actually buy decent material and do the final exhaust. Final. Until, honestly, I don't know. I'm wanting to put a turbo in this thing. Like, I want to turbo it pretty bad. I've not even got it running yet, but I'm already thinking about turboing it. All right, as you can see, we have here laid out in front of us the exhaust. And if you look up here, you may be able to see it. I don't know. It's pretty dark. But, right, let's see, right here is the passenger side collector for the long tube headers, and as you can see, it's up here, and the driver's side is right there, and it's sitting quite a bit lower and pointing inward, where this one's, over here is pretty straight shot back. Actually, no, it's maybe shooting out a little bit, and this one, they're both sort of that way, but anyway, I'm going to do a time lapse and try to get this thing welded up. We are going to back purge it, so we'll get all that set up, and here we go. All right, here it is. All welded up. Welded a couple O2 bungs for wideband. And yeah, I mean, oh, where's that there? Doesn't look terrible. Definitely a little rusty, but I don't really weld stainless like I used to, so it is what it is. So it is coming up on 6 in the morning. I've decided just to work all night and just keep going. Because like I said, we got the engine calibrator coming today at 1. So I'm going to get this exhaust, let it cool down, throw it back up in the van. And I got to do some hangers for it. Get the hangers on, and then I believe I'll be ready to lower the van down, jump on the inside, and finish up a few things. I do have a transmission leak around the pan that I need to fix. It's just got it's just a cheap gasket. I really need to get a good one with the that has like the metal core. I'm tired. I'm sure it shows. All right, anyway, here we go. Let's get this thing back up. I'm not going to film it because y'all saw me taking it down, and that was enough of a hassle. And I believe my phone's about dead, so I'm going to charge it while I put this exhaust back in, and we'll see you whenever I get the exhaust back in. And just like that, the exhaust is in. It's just sort of run to the side. Now, it sticks out pretty far on this side. Just because of how everything is located. Not sure if you can tell here, but you know, that side doesn't stick out quite as far. And basically I just centered, I measured from the rear tire to the center of the exhaust, the top of the center, you know. And then I just matched it up over there. That way, whenever I have to cut that side down to match, it'll, you know, should be in the same spot. So, yeah, there we go. All right, exhaust is on. New fuel injectors, fuel rail. Well, the LS2 fuel injectors. I do have to run to the parts store to get a couple things. Nothing too major. But we're going to start it up. Well, see if it'll start. Mainly I want to check to see if I fix the leaks on the fuel rail. Make sure the fuel injectors or nothing like that's leaking. So here we go. Just checking, making sure I don't see any leaks, and I'm not seeing anything, so that is good news.
Nice.
All right, guys, I don't know I'm going to put this out in the video, but I've changed things up a little bit. I don't know if well, like I said, I don't know where this will be in the video, but I have already ran an exhaust all the way out the back. Like I said, I was going to Warlock dyno tuning to get a tune on the van, and we ran into some issues with transmission, the wiring harness. You know, we did a video on the cheap Chinese wiring harness. Yeah, well, it came back to bite us a little bit.
China, South China.
But I think we got some of that worked out. I've been doing that without the camera just because I'm not very knowledgeable on it, so I wanted just to be able to focus on it. And honestly, I wouldn't have anything to teach you because I'm trying to learn myself. I may go back later and point out some of the things that I changed on the wiring harness, maybe do like an update on the wiring harness and stuff. So some stuff I had to add, some pins I had to move, that type of stuff. But anyway, back to the exhaust, because that's what video this is. So you can see we've ran all the way out the back, or not the back, but you know, out the sides, which I don't want to go above the axle or anything. I want to dump it in front of the tires. But there's no muffler. And I just wanted to get something so we could, you know, get it tuned, start the tuning process. Well, you know, and that was great because we figured out some issues, and that, you know, like I said, that's what I've been working on. But whenever I tell you that it did not sound good, it did not sound good. Let me tell you. Some people may like it. I'm not a big fan. So here's what we're doing now. We bought some mufflers. So it's, you know, straight through design, perforated tube, full, you know, fiberglass, all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, so let's cut up this exhaust that we've been working on and see where we can put these mufflers.
Whipping up the babies, got the pot.
May.
All right, so there you have it. We have an exhaust version 1 on Herbert. This video has probably been all over the place.
Yup.
Like I said, I started on the exhaust a long time ago, ran into some issues, worked on those, and now we finally got it. You can see there. I went ahead and threw the mufflers on. Didn't really film a whole lot. If anything, I don't know that I actually filmed much of anything at all. Is there a cat in here? Oh, look in there. Jasmine, what are you doing in here? Shop cat. She's worried she's going to get locked in here. Don't worry, we'll get her out. Anyway, that's it. That's all. We've got an exhaust on. I just drove it down the road, and man, this thing needs a tune really bad. Until next time, see you later.
Is that it?
Until next time, we'll see you later, YouTube. Bye.
Well, bye.